Time to get your heavy guns out, guys. Winter season is right around the corner. The cold weather is officially here, so you're looking to wear the darker, more opulent resinous scents with leather, boozy, and tobacco accord. That type of stuff that I love, that I'm happy and excited to share with you on this video, guys. Stick around, they're up right now. Welcome back to another video, Max Forte. Today I have 10 amazing, powerful fragrances to enhance your style this winter season. All fragrances are going to be long-lasting, projecting, almost beastly, some of these beastly plus. So if you guys like to stand out in the crowd and have a fragrance to really give you an edge, these will definitely get the job done. Kicking things off here at the 10th spot, we have a fragrance from a German house, Zadig & Voltaire, called This Is Him. Now this is a fragrance that is a sandalwood, spicy based scent. You're also gonna have some vanilla and incense here to warm things up even further. It's a very sensual, very cozy and romantic style type of fragrance. Zadig & Voltaire, great for the winter season if you want something that's a little bit similar to Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme, with a little more intensity, if you will, with that vanilla incense warmth and sandalwood creaminess. This is a great one. Next up at the 9th spot, we have a fragrance that don't really get much talk, which really should. And I understand why it might not get as much talk as it deserves, because it's been discontinued and it's a little hard to find. However, at the time I'm shooting this video, this is available, so get yours before it's no longer there. This is Supreme Leather from the Supreme Ralph Lauren Polo collection. In my opinion, the best from the Supreme collection, and also the best polo release over the past few years, and that's saying a lot, guys. Supreme Leather is a great leathery, spicy scent, which I think is very conducive to more dressier occasions. If you really want to put your best foot forward and smell nothing like anyone else, this is definitely going to be one of those such fragrances. Like I said, the leather is great here. You have spices, it's creamy, it's a little bit smoky, and the leather here is just absolutely incredible, very captivating and very inviting. At the 8th spot, we're going to talk about a fragrance. Let's take things down a bit. If you want to get more relaxed, more cozy, more sensual, you're hanging out with somebody you love, you want to get a little cozy, this fragrance here is going to be perfect for that, for cuddling. Wintertime, it's really, cold out. Fireplace, roasted chestnuts, maybe a drink. This fragrance here is all of that, and then some, of course, by the fireplace from the replica collection, Maison Margiela. Absolutely stunning. This is a gourmand fragrance. It's going to be a very delectable, almost edible type of a scent. If you like gourmand, if you have a sweet tooth or your significant other has a sweet tooth, this will definitely scratch where your itch, guys. By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela. At the 7th spot, this fragrance here, perhaps a little bit more mature. I'm gonna say this vintage elegance that this fragrance here will, project. And the fragrance is going to be Salvatore Ferragamo's Oud Pour Homme, which really should have been named Leather Pour Homme, because the oud here, if any, is very tamed and way muted in the background. What you get here is a gorgeous, spicy leather, almost fougere-like. This reminds me of Hermès's Bel Ami from back in the 80s and early 90s. So like I said, it's going to have this vintage elegance meets modern classy and sophistication. Just a stunner. If this fragrance was bottled by a private blend, you would cough $200 to $300 easily, because the juice is quality, guys. Check this out. Speaking of quality, guys, next up I'm going to give you a fragrance here that is one of my favorite oud designer fragrances of all time. I don't talk much about this fragrance because it's been discontinued and it's very hard to find these days. But this list was meticulously put together for you guys to give you the best of what's out there to smell amazing this wintertime. And this is such fragrance, Versace Oud Pour Homme Noir, or Versace Oud Noir. Just an incredible oud fragrance, and to simply put, if you like Tom Ford's Oud Wood, this is going to smell very similar to that fragrance with a leather undertone and some very heavy spices. So it's going to be a heavy, spicy, smoky, leathery oud fragrance. Absolutely a stunner. Like I said, one of the best oud designer fragrances ever created. Sadly discontinued. Get it now, it's available. Prices will skyrocket in the next year or so. So if you love a great oud scent, or if you're getting into oud, this is a great place to start. Versace Oud Noir at the 6th spot. Before I continue, I hope you guys are enjoying my list. I want to just let you know that all the fragrances that I'm talking about here will be listed below from fragrancebuy.ca. They're all available, even the discontinued ones. So by the time you're watching this, chances are you can still get them. So don't delay, because you guys know you snooze, you lose. And also, if you want to try them before you buy them, if you actually want to live with them and try them before you commit to a full bottle, you can also do that with our partner Perfume.com. Use my code MAX15 and enjoy 15% off at checkout, guys. It's valid right now. And here's another one for you guys. You have the ability to get all 10 fragrances at Perfume.com with a Max Pack, and you can actually use the Max 15 on top of the discounted price of the Max Pack to enjoy for the discounts, guys. Link below. Enjoy. 2 ouds back to back. I talked about Versace Oud Noir at the 6th spot, at the 5th spot, even a better, stronger, more powerful, and darker oud to give you guys options, because that's what we do here. I want to give you guys some really unique and hard to find, but great options for you to smell amazing. This is one of those fragrances, Gucci Intense Oud. One of the best oud fragrances in the world, period. This smells amazing. With this, guys, check this out. This is going to be very similar to Nasomato's Black Afghana, which is like a $200+ fragrance. This does not come cheap for a designer, but like I said, the time you're watching this, it's still available, so enjoy it while you can. It's been, you know, hard to find for years now. It was released, I think, initially in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. A fantastic, spicy, dark, intense oud fragrance. Perhaps there's some cannabis note in here as well. Just amazing, guys. Don't miss out the opportunity of owning this great fragrance. As you know, if you're part of fragrance groups like the Emporium of Scents, for example, you know this is a very sought after fragrance, and it's great. Some people even consider the best designer oud fragrance ever released, guys. Check it out. You're gonna love it. Next up at the 4th spot, this particular fragrance is the strongest, most powerful on this list. But the reason why I love this fragrance so much, it's because it has this nice boozy, you know, rum accord to it. And it also reminds me of a great favorite of mine of all time, which is Yves Saint Laurent's M7, which has been discontinued, and you can't get a bottle of that for less than $300 to $400. So this is the next best thing, guys. This is going to be Soul from Costume National. I love Costume National. I think Dominique Ropion does a great job with these fragrance releases. And Soul is definitely the darkest one they have in their portfolio, which is a dark, leathery fragrance with spices and that boozy accord that I talked about. You guys can see how much I love this. I wear a lot of this fragrance in the wintertime. It's one of my go-tos. At the 4th spot, if you like them heavy, check this out. This here at the 3rd spot, if you had to remove all my fragrances and you said, Max, you can only have one fragrance for the whole winter season, I would actually choose this fragrance. And here's why, guys. This fragrance is called Eau Sauvage Parfum from Dior. Absolutely stunning fragrance. In my opinion, a masterpiece. This is green, it's bold, it's smoky. It's basically a lavender, you know, fougere fragrance with vetiver, smokiness from myrrh that you get here, and some citruses, and of course, a ton of spices. Absolutely fantastic fragrance. From 2017, this was released in 2012. 2017, they changed it a little bit, making it a little less dark and bold. So for some of you out there that thought maybe this was a little bit too dark, it's actually a good thing. It's still long lasting and it's still great smelling, but definitely elegant, sophisticated, and bold, and perhaps a little bit more mature. But like I said, guys, fragrances are very subjective. You can wear whatever you want, but if you have your taste similar to mine, you like fougere fragrances, guys, this, like I said, a masterpiece. At the 2nd spot, ladies and gentlemen, this to me is a great leather fragrance. The whole brand itself, very underrated. This is the most underrated fragrance on this list, and this is from the house of Bottega Veneta. This is Pour Homme Parfum. You guys know how much I rave about this fragrance. If you love a dark clove, cardamom, very heavy, spicy, leathery fragrance, guys, this is as good as they get. And of course, available now. Very hard to find. For the longest time, it was only available in Europe, and even then it was so hard to find. Got myself a backup bottle, and you can too. I told you guys about this, fragrancebuy.ca, guys. Check this out. You know what? This was actually going to be my scent of the day today. Absolutely stunning. There's fur, you know, balsam fur here. It's green, it's aromatic, and like I said, the leather here is done to perfection. From the house of Bottega Veneta, Pour Homme Parfum, amazing. Get it, you'll love it. All right, this is it. What is my #1 pick for winter 2021/2022, guys? What do you think it could be? If you follow this channel, you know #1, I love Christian Dior fragrances. So of course it's gonna be a Dior, and it's gonna be my current favorite Dior. Dior Homme Parfum. My wife loves this on me. Whenever I wear this, I get compliments. It's attention pulling. It's one of those fragrances. This is actually the current formulation of this fragrance, which has been toned down a little bit, but it's still beastly in performance. It smells great. We're talking a beautiful leathery iris fragrance with a cocoa patchouli vibe, with a little bit of an oud touch to make things darker and more interesting, guys. Dior Homme Parfum at the #1 spot, my favorite that I'm gonna be wearing and looking most forward to wearing in the next cold months of winter 2021-2022. Those are my top fragrances for winter. I wanna know what you guys are rocking or going to be rocking in the colder months of the year. Drop it below, and of course, a really quick reminder for you to not miss the biggest international virtual convention for fragrance, niche fragrances in the world, happening, coming to you live this December 4th, 2021 from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. Details below, guys. Don't miss out. I will see you there. And as always, guys, remember, wear what you love, smell great, and stay fragrant. I'll see you right back here again with another video. Take care.